Coming up on News Center 16 at 6.
Terrorist Osama bin Laden's son has emerged as the new Al-Qaeda leader. Even with the cold weather, many local families are already planning their summers. And Notre Dame students came together to craft some amazing blankets for those fighting cancer.
You're watching WNDU TV. News Center 16 at 6 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Travis Robinson. But before we get to news tonight, we have some weather that's on its way. Meteorologist Courtney Jorgensen's in the weather lab right now to let us know what's on the way. Courtney?
Hey Travis, you know, today was a pretty calm day today. We're still going to be calm tonight, but tomorrow, yeah, we're going to have some weather changes. So cloudy and calm tonight. Tomorrow, we get a little bit of light snow, not a significant weather impact. But then the sub-zero weather returns. Now, temperatures themselves will be in the teens as we start the work week, but it'll feel like sub-zero, especially for the morning time frame, especially Monday morning and Tuesday morning. Yeah, we're going to need to bundle up once again. It's outside right now. Yeah, those clouds are sticking around out there. Maybe a snowflake here or there. Nothing significant to worry about right now, but that will be changing again. Not too bad, but a coating to an inch is possible. Temperatures outside right now, we're looking just under the freezing mark right now, 29 to 30 degrees out there. But hour by hour as we head through this evening, we'll be dropping to those temperatures in the mid to upper 20s with mostly cloudy skies. I'll look at the forecast a bit more in detail coming up in just a bit. Travis.
Thanks, Courtney. We have an update on the victim of a deadly fire in South Bend Friday morning. Officials at St. Joseph County Prosecutor's Office tell us that an autopsy was held in Fort Wayne this morning for 88-year-old Phyllis Swihart. Now, the cause of her death was determined to be from thermal injuries and smoke inhalation. However, the manner of death is still pending toxicology results. Around 7:15 Friday morning, the fire broke out in the 900 block of Stanfield Street. First responders pulled Swihart out of the home and took her to the hospital, where she then later died. Now, officials say the investigation is still ongoing. Now to a developing story, as a suspect is in custody after a man was found dead early this morning in Benton Harbor. Benton Harbor Department of Public Safety responded to a call of a man down on 182 Lake Street just before 1:30. Now, that man has been identified as 57-year-old Sylvester Booth. A suspect, 60-year-old Jerry Lee Osler, was immediately taken into custody. Now, officers say in a confession, Osler told them he and Booth were roommates and the incident all stemmed from a financial dispute. He said Booth was killed 4 to 5 days ago and remained inside the home until police found his body this morning. Now, Osler's been booked in the Berrien County Jail, and an autopsy for Booth was scheduled for today. Moving on to a big story right now, as the United States has raised the stakes in the search for one of the sons of Osama bin Laden, the former leader of Al-Qaeda. Now, the State Department is willing to pay up to $1 million for any information leading to the capture of Osama bin Laden. The 7-figure bounty, a result of his growing influence as a global terrorist. NBC's Sarah Harmon reports from London.
His father was the world's most infamous terrorist, responsible for the 9/11 attacks on the United States. Now, the son of Osama bin Laden, Hamza, has a bounty on his own head. The U.S. State Department is offering up to $1 million reward for anyone who can reveal Hamza bin Laden's whereabouts. According to the State Department, Hamza is emerging as a leader of Al-Qaeda and has released video calling for attacks on the U.S., revenge for his father's death. His father Osama and brother Khalid killed by U.S. Navy SEALs during a raid in Pakistan in 2011. Relatively little is known about Hamza. He's thought to be around 30 years old and was seen most recently at his wedding in video released by the CIA several years ago. It's believed he may have married the daughter of Mohammed Atta, the lead hijacker and mastermind of the 9/11 attacks. 2 years ago, Hamza bin Laden was named a specially designated global terrorist by the United States. On Friday, Saudi Arabia announced it had revoked his citizenship, but his whereabouts remain a mystery. Sarah Harmon, NBC News, London.
Now, the Saudi kingdom similarly stripped Osama bin Laden's citizenship in 1994 while living in exile in Sudan, when Osama bin Laden would have just been a child. President Donald Trump told an audience of conservatives today that he expects to win re-election in 2020 by a much bigger margin than he did in 2016. Now, Now, the president made those remarks while speaking at the Conservative Political Action Conference just outside of Washington. He rehashed how he won as an outsider in 2016 and said he's looking forward to the next election. He took aim at the Democrats' Green New Deal, which has been proposed by some liberals in Congress and has gained some support from Democratic presidential candidates.
But they should stay with that argument, never change. Never change. No planes, no energy. When the wind stops blowing, that's the end of your electric. Let's hurry up. Darling, is the wind blowing today? I'd like to watch television, darling.
The Democrats' Green New Deal does call for a drastic drop in greenhouse emissions from fossil fuels such as oil, coal, and natural gas, but it does not ground airplanes or rely on renewable energy. On the other side of the aisle, Senator Bernie Sanders held the first rally of his 2020 presidential campaign today in New York. Sanders kicked off his campaign in Brooklyn, which is his birthplace. The Vermont senator vowed to fight for economic, social, racial, and environmental justice.
We are here to tell the 1% that we will no longer tolerate 46% of all new income going to the very richest people in this country, while millions of Americans are out working 2 or 3 jobs just to survive and pay the bills.
Now, Sanders also called President Trump, quote, the most dangerous president in modern history. Liftoff! A new SpaceX capsule is on its historic test flight to the International Space Station.
3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition, liftoff.
The Crew Dragon mission launched this morning bright and early at approximately 2:49. Now, the unmanned mission will test the capsule's safety and the ability to self-dock at the space station. Crew Dragon is carrying Ripley, a sensor-laden mannequin outfitted in a SpaceX suit. Now, the ship is going to dock with the ISS Sunday morning, will remain docked until Friday when it begins its journey back to Earth, eventually splashing down in the Atlantic Ocean. And back here at home, the second annual Summer Activities Expo kicked off its one-day event at the Century Center today. U93 teamed up with South Bend Venue Parks and Arts to help bring out a day of fun for kids and adults this afternoon. More than 30 organizations all across Michiana helped demonstrate some of the many opportunities available this summer. So if you have an open schedule so far, this is a great way to fill it up.
Families walking around, checking out a lot of activities, having fun, but also planning out their summer activities. So they can sign up for a lot of organizations today, or they can just walk around and have fun. It is free, so it's always a good time.
Over 2,000 people attended the expo, and organizers say they expect the event to be back at the Century Center next year. Still to come on News Center 16, round 2 of a local robotics competition kicks off with some amazing rewards for the winner. And check out some of the amazing blankets Notre Dame students are working on for those with cancer.
I am the DQ Chicken Strip Basket, and I have gone totally flavor crazy with not 1, but 2 sauced and tossed baskets of 100% seasoned white meat tenderloin strips. Try spicy sweet glazed made with Frank's Red Hot for a touch of heat, or the smoky honey barbecue glazed. Either way, ranch meat for maximum flavor craziness. Plus, fries and Texas toast in the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Because I'm not fast food, I am fan food.
A lot of people don't know this, but I auditioned to be on Saturday Night Live 44 times. MySpace, Friendster, go outside. Is this the front? Does that look like the front? I do impressions, but I don't try to do the voice. I never thought like they got me.
How sensual. I love this part.
Moments when I love my job.
World of Dance moves to its new night, Sunday, 8/7 Central on NBC.
Constructing, remodeling, repairing, or replacing? Find it all at the Michiana Home Show, featuring the area's top contractors and suppliers. Anything and everything involving your home or office. And check out grilling demonstrations by Scott Thomas and the Grillin' Fools. Plus, see Donna Laswell from Sweet Comfort Shop demonstrate furniture rejuvenation. Shop all the pros under one roof at the Michiana Home Show, March 8th, 9th, and 10th at the Century Center in South Bend. Sponsored by Indiana Michigan Power.
Thanks for calling United Healthcare. Mrs. Murphy. Hi, I need help getting an appointment with my podiatrist.
How's Wednesday at 2?
I can't. Dog agility.
Thursday at 10?
Sorry. Putongwaku.
Tuesday at 11?
Nope. Robot cage match.
How about the 28th at 3?
Done.
With United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, including the only plans with the AARP name, there's so much to take advantage of. From scheduling appointments to finding specialists, it's easier to get the care you need when you need it.
Don't miss Imagination Journey at the Lerner Theater, Saturday, March 16th. For tickets, go to thelerner.com.
Why wait? Get your Powerball number straight from the Hoosier Lottery. On New Center 16 and 11, your exclusive Hoosier Lottery affiliate.
Happening now, artists from across the country are in South Bend for the 3rd annual For the Love of Art Fair. Their work is on display and for sale at the Century Center, which is the only premier indoor art fair in Michiana. Things just wrapped up for the day, but will continue tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. if you're interested. The art fair's producer says each artist has a unique story to share. One artist made a stained glass art for her husband when he was in the hospital.
The hospital president actually came back and said, "Who did this?" And she ended up getting a commission from the hospital to put more of her beautiful images on the windows to brighten people's day that are sick in the hospital.
Now, the event is $7 for adults. Children 12 and under get in free. Also today, students stepped up their game for round 2 of the annual St. Joseph Health System's Robotics Challenge. 4th through 8th graders are in the competition where 200 students build custom robots that they then compete with in games. The winning team gets to be doctors for a day at SJHS in Mishawaka. And they'll get to nickname the new Da Vinci robot that's going to be used in surgery at the hospital in Plymouth. Participants say it's just great interacting with other students who share a love for science.
We really like collaborating with other teams and just knowing that we tried our hardest and put it into everything.
We have a lot of things we enjoy doing, such as mainly just getting together with other teams and enjoying this and doing our best.
The tournament has 4 rounds over the course of the next several weeks here. The next is going to take place on March 23rd at St. Paul's in South Bend. And over at Notre Dame, the 13th annual Aiden Project kicked off at the university's Duncan Center today. Now, students and volunteers dedicated their day to making fleece tie blankets for cancer patients all throughout Indiana. The Aiden Project first began in 2006 after one student in Notre Dame's Knott's Hall residence was diagnosed with cancer. After recovering, Aiden Fitzgerald partnered with Circle K to create the organization. 13 years later, Aiden's comeback story is being remembered by helping many lives of many others.
Joining together for service is a really powerful thing. And also just donating the blankets, seeing the looks on people's faces when they get them is also so rewarding and just makes it all worth it.
Volunteers say making the event possible takes hundreds of yards of fleece, but they're happy everyone came together to just support a great cause. Sounds like we're going to need some more blankets this next week, though. Courtney's going to tell us how cold it's going to get after the break.